Hi, I'm Debbie Reed, and I'm going to show you a recipe that's going to take you to the Greek Isles. They are little mini Mediterranean chicken burgers with a fried polenta and then a wonderful thick and creamy sauce that begins using Philadelphia cooking cream. This is the tomato basil flavor. Let me go ahead and start showing you what goes into our mini chicken burgers here. I have a pound of ground chicken. To that, I'm going to add some feta cheese, some Kalamata olives, some capers, some Greek peppers. I did take the seeds out, and I also made sure they came packed in liquid, so I made sure I dried them off very well. And a little bit of garlic. These are some great Mediterranean flavors that are really going to boost up the flavor of these chicken burgers. So what you want to do is toss it all together. You don't want to over mix it. You don't want to get your chicken too rough here. So we're going to toss it. I usually would just stick my hands in here and go to town, but I'll try to be a little neater and nicer here for you today. Okay, so once you get everything really well incorporated, you want to make this into 8 little mini burgers. And you want to make the burgers about 3 inches in diameter. So that's probably good enough. So you want to make sure you kind of divide it out here, divide it in 4s, and then take what would be an 1/8 of one of that. So all you want to do, of course, in your normal, make it into a nice little patty here, and about 3 inches or so. It doesn't have to be exact, but you all want to make them all kind of the same size so that they all cook in about the same amount of time. So I'm going to do that with the rest of this. I'll do that in a few minutes. I'll make 8 burgers. This recipe is going to serve 4, and it's going to be 2 little burgers per serving. So I put that on the side. Now the polenta, we're taking help from the store. You can make homemade polenta and pour it into a pan and refrigerate it and cut it out with discs. But I'm going to go ahead and use some prepared polenta bought in the store. Of course, it came overwrapped in a kind of a tube-looking thing like this. Now all I want to do is cut it into little 1/2-inch rounds. This is really, you can see it's actually been on the counter for a few minutes and still really well holding its shape. I'm going to fry that off in a little bit of some olive oil. We're actually going to stagger those in between our little burgers. So you want 8 slices of this also. And then, while that cooks, when that's all just about done, I'm going to make a yummy little cream sauce, again using the cooking cream here. And I'll go ahead and cook everything up, and I'll come back and plate it for you so you can see how it is inspired by Greece, as you can tell by a lot of the ingredients here. And I think there's really a lot I'd love to see in Greece. The Parthenon definitely at the tops of the list, as well as we're going to try all of their cuisine. Really, I think Greek food, except for the kind of stuff I use some Greek ingredients for here at home, I think really about a Greek salad and stuffed grape leaves are about all I've ever had. So would love to try some of their cuisine too. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this together, and I'll be back with you in just a minute. Hi. I have the little mini burgers and polenta all already cooked through. So let me go ahead and show you how we assemble this. It's really easy. You're going to take a piece of the polenta, and see it's just nice and brown on both sides, just lightly brown. Cooked it for about 3 or 4 minutes in some hot olive oil. So we're going to lay that on the plate. Then we're going to take one of our burgers. Those look good. Just chock full of all those wonderful ingredients. And then we're going to take another piece of the polenta and another one of our burgers. This one right there. There we go. So you kind of want to just stagger it across your plate a little bit. And then what I have done is, over a low heat, I have heated up 5 ounces of the cooking cream, the tomato and basil, and all I did is put 2 tablespoons of milk in there just to thin it out a little bit. As you're going to see, it's a really nice, thick. It did thin out a little bit when I warmed it, but I wanted it just a little bit thinner to drizzle over our plate here. So I'm going to take a little stir, and see, you can see it's nice, thinned out a little bit here. And all we're going to do is drizzle some right over our polenta and our little burgers. Doesn't that look good? You don't have to put a whole lot. You can save some and put it on the side so people can add a little bit more when they eat if they'd like to. But there you go. Doesn't that look great? A little taste of the Greek islands right in your own home. So I hope you enjoy the recipe. Thanks. Bye.